What's up, everybody? Welcome to GSM Live. It is April 1st, and we're living large. This is my birth month, as is many of yours. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jacob. I am on staff with GSM at the OJ campus in Tyler, and I am very happy and excited to be your host through this internet gondola ride. Is it gondola the boat, or is that something else? Yes, I know I'm wearing my AirPods. That is because I've got man on the mic Cameron, who we'll hear from later. Today is April 1st. It's April Fool's Day. As you can see, I'm in my bunker. This has been a very interesting time, as you can imagine, for somebody. I saw Prospect said, Jacob, did you get a new bed? No, I heard the complaints. I cleaned my room. Okay? This is the way it's gonna look. Thanks a lot. Hello, everybody. Zach Combs said flexing. Sorry, it was a gift. I didn't pay for these. I'm too poor for that. Hey, that's okay. It was just a joke. I cleaned my room up a little bit, but it's still my room. Production value is a little low, but this is what we got to do. Okay, self-isolation, quarantine, the whole biz. This is where we're at, guys. So hope you're ready for some down and dirty, intimate, relational. That went south pretty quick. Hey, welcome to my bunker. It's April 1st. It's April Fool's Day. Since I don't have anyone to prank, I've strategically set up a lot of pranks for myself throughout the day, so that's been great. April 1st, great day to tell your crush that you like them, because if they don't reciprocate the same feelings, you can just say, April Fool's got you. I do it every year, and let me just tell you, I am quite the prankster. Well, anyway, I want to hear from you guys. Put it in the chat. On a scale of water buffalo to gorilla, how excited are you for GSM Live tonight? Let's see it. Quite the prankster. Yes, I know. Daniel said, let's go, crew. Daniel said, poor Jacob. Yeah, you just maintain that feeling, Daniel. A lot of people are excited that Shane's in the chat. Welcome, Shane. Tyler Hegeman said he's excited on a scale of giraffe, somewhere in there. Okay, that's pretty good. He's at least a giraffe. Zach said hashtag Ferda, hashtag DeFunky Boys. Ellie said water buffalo, so she's straight down. Elite 12 also said water buffalo. Sam Gentry said Mondo Gorilla, reference to a bodily function. Jay King said giraffe. That's great. Shane said about a beige baboon. Luke Swanson said, what about water buffalo to king of the jungle? Yeah, you're right. Gorillas are the king of the jungle, as am I. Abram Metter said orangutan. Ethan Hood said water buffalo. Rado Ash said water buffalo. Well, the joke's on you, because water buffalo actually translates to a 9, and gorillas translates to a 12. So, looks like you're all excited for GSM Live tonight. I'm going to throw it over, and we're going to watch a quick little video from Luke and Cam about our teaching tonight.
What up? You got your Sharpie? Yeah, dude. What's up, dude?
Yeah, just hanging out.
Really?
Yeah, just
What?
drinking some Kool-Aid.
You doing what?
Drinking Kool-Aid, just made some Jello. Yeah, what is that? Is that like a beetle on your chin?
No, dude, soul patch, because I got so much soul.
Oh, dude, yeah, get it. Anyways, what are we doing today?
Yeah, man, we're gonna be just in the Word, diving deep like it's a 8-foot pool and I'm on the top of the diving board,
Bruh.
Yeah.
Dude, the only thing I love more than digging into the Word?
What's that?
Digging into the Spirit.
Dude, love it. Tapping into the Spirit.
No fire's fallen today.
Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. The machine gun of the Spirit's power is about to blast us.
Dude, more like a flamethrower, am I right? Oh.
You're exactly right. So, thanks for tuning in. We're pumped that you're here. Me and Luke are excited to bring the word today. And, yeah, it's going to be great, Luke.
Yeah, pumped. Can't wait.
Super pumped. Yeah.
Hey, get the fire extinguishers ready, am I right?
Yeah, your jaws are going to be dropped like this.
Oh. Can't do it, my left hand.
All right, dude. Peace out.
Got it. Got him.
Got him. Get got. Oh! Yeah, that'll work. I'll just take all of that and cut it up into some sort of welcome.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, that was just delightful. We're going to hear more from Luke and Cam later, bringing us the word and some interesting thoughts to consider here today. First, we've got a couple things for you. We've got a giveaway. We've got some funny videos. We've got a challenge for you guys to do at home later. We've got a game to play that you guys are going to work with me in the chat to play. This is going to be incredible. There are going to be times where you're going to see my face up in the little corner of the screen somewhere around here. That's pretty hard to do. And you'll hear me, you'll talk to me, we'll make it work. It's going to be great. Before we do that, I'm going to throw it over real quick to a commercial starring a very special person whose birthday is today, Kinzie Wallace. Happy birthday, Kinzie Wallace from our Lindale campus. Here is a hilarious commercial that I actually laughed really hard at when I watched it. Check it out.
What could I do while I'm stuck at home all day? Let's write down some things that I could do. Okay, so now that I have some things that I can do, let's get on board. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is read my Bible, because we all need some Jesus. And whatever you do, whether in word or deed, do everything in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, giving thanks to God, the Father, through him. Okay, now I read my Bible, so now I'm gonna make some TikToks. Okay, so I made my TikToks. Probably gonna be TikTok famous, but now I'm gonna watch some YouTube. Oh no, my phone died. Oh no, my phone died. My phone died. I can't watch any more YouTube. So, since my birthday's in a few days, I'm gonna bake a cake. Okay, my brownies are done. Now I'm gonna light a candle. No, I'm just kidding. I gotta make my wish. Okay, now that I blew out my candles, I can go for a walk to run off some of that cake. Okay, now that I've gone for a run, I'm gonna go swimming. Oh wait, I already did that.
Hi there. This is embarrassing. This is good. They got it inside. You just have to tell them at the door because you can't see they're locking it, so you can't go in. This is fun though. Hey there, GSM students. This week we have an awesome giveaway. As you can tell, I am not the one and only Whataburger. And you're gonna get a $10 gift card today if you can do the following challenge. Now, in order to win, you're going to have to express your deep and sincere love for Whataburger by creating a haiku to show us. So how it's going to work is you're going to create a poem that's 5 syllables in the first line, 7 syllables in the second line, and 5 syllables again in the third line. It can be about anything related to Whataburger and your love for our native restaurant here in all of Texas. So here's an example of my haiku expressing my love for Whataburger during the quarantine. Here we go. Dining room is closed, but the drive-thru is open. HBCB please. Get it? You can do it. Go ahead and post your haiku in the comments below, and we will choose a winner here really shortly. See you later.
Okay, guys, let's see it. Put those haikus in the chat. I need to hear from you. I love that video a lot. Roses are red. That's not a... Lauren said, don't try and walk through the drive-thru. Just saying. Yeah, that's probably a smart decision. I don't know how it all works. Haiku. Oh, Whataburger. Your patty melt is divine. Beef, cheese, onion, bliss. The Guy 64. I usually get mine without onions. Kinzie Wallace said, I love you, Wada. You have very good chicken strips. Ketchup and ranch, please. Wow. That almost moved me to tears. Caroline Phillips. Whataburger yum. Can't wait to get my patty melt. Whataburger yum. She used it twice. You used Whataburger yum. That was a good sandwich. Heather said my brain doesn't work that fast. Daniel said always open, but sometimes closed. That's a breakfast at 11 p.m., bros. 2 taquitos, 2. I feel like something was off there. Ben Price said, the burger is lit, the burgers aren't wet, yet it's a burger. Well, Ben, the thing is the burgers, it's not Whataburger. It's not supposed to be wet. Juicy, perhaps. Ricky Stover said, roses are red, violets are blue. Why would you try to walk through a drive-thru? Sam Gentry said, when all I have is honey butter chicken biscuits, who needs a girlfriend? Man. Sam, you are deep in your feels. This quarantine's been too rough on you, man. Let's go put on some Earth, Wind, and Fire or something. Oh, man. Wow, these are all phenomenal. Ethan Hood said, give me that ketchup with a side of salty fries. Whataburger, guys. Okay, these are all really, really good. We will be selecting a winner very shortly. So let's put a pause on the haikus. Okay, we're gonna close that window now. We'll have our somebody is going to select. Okay, Cam is just something about Whataburger. I love you. Hub Chub? Yeah, I'll eat one. Okay. We're going to move on to a game now, so let's pause the haikus. We're moving along great. We're going to play a game. This is going to require... this is going to require some participation on your part. Okay, here we go. Check out this video featuring Nick.
Welcome to another episode of GSM Jeopardy. I hope you guys are excited for this game at home. This is going to be lots of fun. This is going to be played just like how normal Jeopardy is played. As you can see behind me, we have 3 categories. The first category is brand names. The second category is Marvel Mania. And the third category is Who Sung It. As you can see, for each category, we have a money value for how difficult each question is going to be. We have 100, 200, and 500. Now be warned, the $500 questions are really difficult. How this game will start is Jacob will put this screen up on your screens for you to see at home. Then in the comment section, type out which category you want and which number question you want. Jacob's going to pick from those comments. Then we'll get started. I will then read the questions, and the question will be put on the screen, and then you guys at home comment your answer. And then Jacob will then look for an answer, whoever got it right, whether he picks the first one, if your answer has the most style or pizzazz to it, whatever, Jacob is the one that chooses. Whichever answer is correct, then you will also get to pick the next category. So if you got the answer correct, you picked the next category and the next number of what question you want.
Alright guys, I realize I forgot something. What time is it? Let me check. on my Apple device. It's game time! Okay, now that we got that out of the way, it's game time. I need to hear you guys in the chat. Okay, this is gonna be great. Let me get a note going for this game. Alright, first one. I'm seeing a lot of marbles for 500. Who sung it? Marvel Mania for 500. Who sung it? Game time. J King, the game time. Okay. Alright, it's looking like we're going straight for Marvel for 500. I'm going to show you this video. Remember, your answers have to be in a form of a question. For example, who is Thanos? What is a pickle? Okay, that's how you have to respond in the chat. Alright, here comes Marvel for 500.
All right, big one. Marvel Mania for $500 says this. This species of alien ate the Tesseract in the movie Captain Marvel. Meow.
Alright, let's see it, guys. This species of alien ate the Tesseract in the movie Captain Marvel. Meow. Bethany Hearn said, I need to hear you guys in the chat. That's what the headphones are for. Someone said no. Teresa Ader still going at it with the haikus. I think the first one I saw was Hobson. What is a flurkin? Boom. Correct. All right, let's see it. What is our next option? Okay. What is our next decision? What do you guys want? We've knocked out Marvel Mania for 500. We can't do that one. We've already know the answer to that one. What is Flurkin? What is Flarkin? What is Flurkin? Yep, a little slow, guys. Isaiah. I'll try and give some a little more extra time because Isaiah seems to have really, really good. Let's see. Bethany Hearn said, "No, Jacob, we were making fun of you." Brand names 500. Brand names 500. All right, here we go with brand names for 500. Are you ready for this?
All right, big one. Brand names for $500 says this. Wearing this brand is wild. Are you a student, a hipster, a forklift driver? No one knows.
All right, guys, what do you think? Remember, it has to be in the form of a question. Wearing this brand is wild. Are you a student, a hipster, forklift driver? Actually, you technically could be a combination of all three of those things. Wearing this brand, or any brand for that matter. However, I understand how the game works. What do you guys think? What is Yeti? That is incorrect. What is Carhartt? Same Gentry with the correct answer. Well done, Carhartt. Y'all know this. Luke Swanson said FUBU. I used to have some FUBU shoes. So anyway, all right, guys, well done. What is our next category? We have done Marvel for 500 and brands for 500. Nobody knew that. Well, Ben Price didn't. He is just spamming question marks. Okay. Ellie said, what is Carhartt? You know, the beanie all the TikTok people are wearing. What do you think? Bethany Aaron said, what is Aeropostale? Sadie Everlock, what is Carhartt? You were correct, Sadie. Well done. That same was our... Who sung it for 500? Who sung it? 200, 500, 500. Marvel 200. Sam said, who sung it for 500? All right, we'll go with Sam since he won that one. All right, who sung it for 500? Here we go.
All right, who sung it for 500 says this. Because I'd get 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs?
All right, what do you think? Has to be in the form of a question. I'd get 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs. Who said it? This is the form of a question. Remember, we're not asking for the song, we're asking for the artist. Okay. Let's see. Gavin Roycroft, who is Owl City? That is correct. Congratulations, you just won $500. You can email Doug Clark about $500. Oh yeah, let me show you. Owl City, Ocean Eyes. Great album. Great album. Also, that was a joke about Doug. Okay, let's make this our last one, folks. Last one. What are we going for? Who is Adam Young / Owl City? Well done, Cody, for knowing the man's actual name. Who is Owl City? What is Owl City? Owl City is a person. I'll take what or who for that one, for sure. Davion Powell. Who is Owl City? Correct. Daddy Haverlock. Correct. Marvel 200. Marvel 200. Brain Names 200. Brain Names 200. Gavin Roycroft with Who Sung It for 200. All right. Here we go. Get ready for this.
All right, Who Sung It for 200. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim.
All right. Who sung it for 200? The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. I wonder at what temperature it goes from ice to water. Like, I know what... Anyway. Who sung it for 200? What do you guys think? Who said this? That is correct. Who is... Our first one was... The Guy 64 did say All Star. That's the name of the song. Op 5 said, who is Smash Mouth first? Caroline Phillips, who is Smash Mouth? Melissa Laudermix, who is Smash Mouth? Luke Swanson said, who is Shrek? I'll take it. Who is Smash Mouth? Kaylin Groves. Hannah Rath, who is Smash Mouth? Smay Mouth. You forgot the S. John McGuffin said, who is the greatest lyrical artist of our generation? Let me check. Turns out to be Smash Mouth. I don't know. Hey, not too shabby. Well, guys, that was Jeopardy. Hope you enjoyed. We are now going to throw it over to a quick commercial and introduce our challenge for this week. Check this out.
Good evening, friends, and welcome to another stupendous episode of Cooking with Dan. What we're making tonight is something that is going to be stellar, and it's a quarantine smoothie. Now, here's the time where you need to go get in your kitchens at the blender that you've gotten ready, or maybe you put in your living room, I don't know, but go to your blender right now. Seriously, get up, go to your blender, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a quarantine smoothie, and this is about to be the best thing of your week, all right? Now, as you're getting there, I'm gonna show you what to go ahead and go get. Go get a scoop of ice, all right? I went ahead and put a scoop of ice in here, and then you wanna find a base, and so while you're getting that ice, while you're prepping your blender, go ahead and get a base. And what I picked for my base today was just a little bit of Greek yogurt vanilla flavor. That's gonna be my base. I put 2 spoonfuls in there, as you can see right here, okay? Ice and your base, and that's gonna be what we're gonna start with. And so I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds to keep finding that, to keep getting that. Remember, today is going to be something that you're never gonna forget. Or you might wanna forget. But anyways, you got your base in there. Now, I'm gonna go through my ingredients, things that I found in the kitchen, and so as I'm talking about it, you need to go find that and put it in your smoothie as well, all right? Now, I wanted to start with something healthy, right? Because 2020, health is wealth. I happen to have some baby spinach in my refrigerator there. Best of views by March the 7th of 2020. Oh, it's a little bit slimy, but it's healthy nonetheless. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in there, just a little bit of that. So find your healthiness, your healthy thing there. Man, is spinach supposed to look that? So find your healthy additive and put it in there. Next, find something sweet. And so for me, the sweet thing that I found was just a little bit of honey. Just a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. And then so you just want to go ahead and drizzle that in there, you know, just go ahead and pop that. And so whatever sweet you find, it could be just raw sugar, it could be cane sugar, it could be any kind of sugar that you think of. And so, oh, I need to stop. That's enough, honey. So it could be just, you know, regular sugar, stevia, could be M&Ms, I mean, whatever sweet thing you find to put in there, go ahead and add that in there. And for me, I like to add just a little bit of extra sweetness and some Welch's strawberry spread. That right there is going to be the kicker. That's the ticket. That's gonna be delicious. One thing I forgot, boys and girls, is to make sure that you prep for safety at all times. So put your glasses on, and a nice little latex glove will be just great. And so next thing we want to get is, we got our sweet. Now we want to get a little bit of something spicy, a little bit of spice in there, a little bit of spice in there. And so I've found some fiery habanero potato chips. And so we're just gonna drop those right in there, all right? All right. Now, get something that you love, something that you would eat every single day. And for me, and many of you out there, it's bacon. Drop that in there. Go ahead and find that. While you're finding that, go ahead and get something a little bit creamy, all right? Get something creamy to add some cream in there. You know, I had a good yogurt base, but I wanna give a little bit of more texture in there, and went ahead and found some cream of mushroom. And by the way, it's 25% less sodium. So for you watching your cholesterol and blood pressure out there, that right there is a kicker. So I'm going to open this up. Cream of mushroom soup. I'm not really sure what you do with cream of mushroom soup, but today we're going to make a smoothie with it, am I right? All right. We're just going to half a can of cream of mushroom soup in there. Yep, that's going to be good. So, next, this is all up to you now. Whatever flavors that you want to build in your profile, you just add in there. So for me, a little bit of Grey Poupon, all right? A little bit of Grey Poupon here. Not too much because you don't want to overpower it. You just want to get a little bit of kick, a little bit of nice little poppy seed texture flavor, all right there, and that's what we're gonna do with that one. Also, I love to smoke meats. I love to barbecue, and so we got a little bit of liquid smoke, you know? We're gonna throw a little bit of that in there. You ever tried? Yeah. On its own, don't do that. And we're back. We're almost done here. And go ahead and get you some liquid, whatever liquid you can find. Could be water, could be juice, could be apple cider. I went ahead and just got a juice box of Canyons, Honest Kids, Super Fruit Punch, organic juice drink, sweetened only with fruit juice. Probably is pretty good. Actually, it's not. It's pretty terrible. But we're gonna go ahead and put it in there. You know, get a good little squeeze. Get about 4 to 6 ounces of liquid in there. That's gonna be what you'll need there. And just because I just like to add to the profile a little bit, we're gonna get just a pinch of pepper here. All right, just a pinch, and then of course kosher salt, some of the best stuff that you can buy. All right, now here is where the magic happens, because you put your lid on. And you turn your blender on, and you begin the magic. The ice crush. That's the important sequence. The ice crush is important because it really starts to just mix and mingle all the flavors, all right? Once you get a couple of good little ice crunches in there, go ahead and just give it a good snow mixture. And I'm really looking forward to what our quarantine smoothie is going to taste like today. So, as soon as this thing gets blended, we'll be back. All right, and hopefully you've got your smoothie blended to the purest, extracted down to the best. And so we're gonna go ahead and get us a good whiff. The first whiff is always the most pleasurable moment in your smoothie building process. Remember to waft. Remember to smells delicious. We're gonna try it and see here. We're just gonna, get that really. I mean, that right there looks like something that an Olympic athlete would ingest. Too bad the Olympics aren't happening this year, but maybe in 2021 we'll see Olympic athletes. This be their breakfast of champions. So, first sip is always the best sip. Sometimes the first sip. Sometimes the first sip just catches you off guard a little bit. So you gotta take it slow. So we're gonna try another one, just to see if that was a fluke. No, we're not. Cut. I must have put. It's important to measure. Hopefully your smoothie turned out a little better than mine did. But maybe next week on Cooking with Dan we can try twice baked potato, macaroni and cheese, pinto beans, and leg of lamb. I mean, we'll see what we can find. But till next time, happy smoothing.
So we want you guys to make a smoothie. I made a smoothie. And I have to drink it. What we want you guys to do is make a video of you making a smoothie. Post it on social media. Tag us. I went ahead and made one. It's really gross. Here are some of the ingredients. Obviously started with ice. Okay. For my base, almond milk. Okay. Pretty normal, right? Something I love. I threw in pickles. I love pickles. As it goes on, I added chocolate milk, mayonnaise, sriracha sauce, salt and pepper, cinnamon sugar. For my sugar ingredient, I added Captain Crunch berries with the marshmallows. Great cereal. I'm terrified of drinking this right now. I can feel my heartbeat in my arm. Might need to go to the doctor because of that. Here's how it turned out. I made this like 3 hours ago, and it is separated into 2 different substances. It is separated into 2 different things. Ugh. So I'm going to stir it up a little bit. It smells awful. Oh, stirring it was a bad idea. Oh, I'm going to throw up just before I even do it. Yes, 3 hours, okay? I couldn't find a place to plug up my... Ugh. I have a trash can down here in case I throw up. I kept it in the fridge. Yeah, I made it and then put it in the fridge, but it's separated. Yeah, it was in the fridge. Don't worry. I have a couple of friends out there actually looking out for my well-being in this. The rest of you. Ugh. I'm so nervous. I was shaking all the way up before this. Okay. Just never question Never question whether or not I loved you guys. Okay? Because obviously I do. If I didn't, I wouldn't do stuff like this. Okay, here it goes. Oh. Oh. It was so... That was so gross. Oh, it has different aftertastes. It tastes so different the whole time. Oh. Ugh. It's burned in my stomach. The sriracha. Ugh. I just... Okay. Guys. What is... Oh. Gosh. Put it in the chat. One food that has to be in your smoothie. I'm gonna... I think on my YouTube video would get taken down if I showed me throwing up. No, I'm not doing one more drink. No! Oh, it was so hot. Yes, that was a learning experiment. Mackenzie Doak, you're right. I've done goofed. Oh my gosh. Okay, I can't tell if everybody's chanting one more drink or just wanting, if it's just Cam. And one more? Oh. Guys. Oh, guys, it's so gross. Oh, it was so grainy. No, Lewis, I cannot chug it. I cannot. Oh gosh, it like hurt. It hurt my stomach. It like physically, not like nausea, but it like caused physical pain. I don't think I was supposed to eat that. I cannot chug it. Y'all go ahead and forget that idea. I'll take one more sip. Oh, it's so gross. Yeah, Zach, you're right. Make Cam drink it. Cam, get over here. There's a very... Oh, I cannot chug it, dude. Ugh. I tried, I really tried. Oh, once it passes the throat, it just doesn't work. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's so gross. Oh, it's so gross. Oh, I can hear Cam gagging on the phone too. It's not helping. Oh. I really tried to chug it. I really tried to chug it. Guys, that's it. We're done with that. Now let's see you do it. You'll have to make us a video. Thanks for the love, guys. Ugh. Ugh. We're just gonna skip this chat. It's fine. Okay, let's just all say pickles. Alright? Wash your hair with it. John Phillips, I'm about to ban you from the chat. Just kidding. Okay. Guys. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh. Excuse me. This is the most unbecoming thing I've ever done on video. Alright, guys. Look, we don't have all day. We're gonna move on. We're about to start. Ugh. We're about to start. I need a piece of gum or something. Okay, I got some gum. Guys, that was disgusting. Now's the time. Get your Bible journal and pen and pencil. Okay. My heart rate has declined profusely, don't worry. Guys, we're about to move to a time of teaching. This is when you'll need your Bible. This is when you'll need your journal. Now, here's the thing. We had some errors and a slight legal issue during a test run. AKA a copyright issue. So, I had to make a small change to our teaching video. So it's going to look a little messy, but I'm going to have to take the old video out and put it in front of you live. We'll see how long it takes. But first, we're going to show a quick video talking about this season that we're in. So, check this out.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
So as crazy as it So as crazy as it seems, Easter is right around the corner. It's just a couple weeks away. And I don't know if your family celebrates Easter, if that's something that you've grown up doing, but I know that my family has celebrated Easter for a long time. Growing up, what it looked like is we would go to church in the morning and we would come back after this big special service, and my whole entire family would be together and we would just destroy food. We'd be going hard on ham and all the rolls and just different stuff, and we'd go Easter egg hunting out in the yard, and we'd have eggs full of candy and money. Then we'd come back inside and I would destroy more food, and it was just a really big kind of joyous occasion, one of the things that I did, which looking back I'm kind of embarrassed of, was I would just dress ridiculously, right? I'd get the brightest colors that I possibly could, and I would parade those around at church, and that was something that I was proud of. That's kind of what Easter was to me. And yeah, I knew about Jesus and I knew why we celebrated Easter, but really those other things kind of took the forefront of my mind. And what we're going to talk about over these next couple weeks is what Easter really means, what Easter is really about, and that it's not just a day in the year that we look forward to or a day that we celebrate, but Easter is something that affects our lives at all times, in every single moment. And granted, this year, Easter is going to look a bit different for all of us, right? We're not going to be going to a big service together and gathering in that way. You might not be gathering with all of your family or doing the same parties or the same things that you would usually do. We're in the middle of a weird time with Corona, and that's something that I'm actually grateful for, because this Easter we get to really focus, because all those other distractions are kind of removed. We really get to focus on what Easter is. But as scary as a virus can be, as sickness can be, there's something else that's actually pretty scary about Easter, something that I've never understood, which is the Easter bunny. I mean, seriously, a bunny for Easter, for something that's celebrating Jesus's resurrection. It just seems ridiculous. And not just this like cute little bunny that hops around, but this massive bunny that looks scary, that comes in your house and gives you a basket that breaks and enter. I don't want any part of that. And what makes it even weirder is that this bunny comes in and lays eggs in your yard.
Man, Luke, that bunny ain't scary.
I think we all know that feeling of being scared or fearful. Fear is one of those things that none of us want, yet we are all constantly dealing with it. And it's something that's probably more prevalent in your life today. And you can see that in simple tasks like going to the grocery store, which a few weeks ago meant nothing. It meant nothing to go to the grocery store, and now we're scared and fearful to do that. We go there, and if you're like me, you're just dodging people. You're making sure nobody gets 6 feet from you. You make sure that nobody breathes on you. You're wiping your cart down, which none of us ever did. We never wiped our cart down, but now we are, because there's this virus out there and we don't know much about it, and that's scary. My wife, she specifically works with a unit at the hospital called the Suicide Squad, which means she works directly with Corona patients. And though that is so awesome for her, and she honestly is the bravest person I know, it makes me fearful. I fear for her. Is she gonna get sick? How is she gonna do with these patients? I fear for myself. Am I gonna get sick? And in these states of fear, I'm reminded of something. I'm reminded that fear is a thief of our happiness and of our joy. Zach Williams actually says this about fear in his song, "Fear is a Liar." He says, "Fear, he is a liar. He will take your breath, stop you in your steps. Fear, he is a liar. He will rob your rest, steal your happiness." Yet, fear is no new neighbor of ours. If you're like me, you've been dealing with fear for many years now. It all started when you were a kid and you would turn the lights off. And then what would happen? You would sprint all the way to your bed because you were scared of whatever might be hiding underneath your bed that would grab your feet, right? Starts when we were young. And then in middle school and high school, it somewhat transforms and you start to fear what people think of you. You're fearful about them making fun of you, about how your grades are going. You're fearful about your future. You're not sure what it's going to look like. And sadly, it doesn't stop there. See, your parents and your youth pastors, we've all learned that fear is something that you don't grow out of, but it's something that grows up with you. And with all of this craziness that's been happening, I've been reminded of one fear that connects really all of these fears together. And that's the fear of death. Whether it's a physical death or the death of something we hoped for, the fear of death comes down to losing something that we feel like we'll never get back. And when you think of it that way, it's easy to see how all of our fears can somewhat be connected to that, because death seems final to us. But that's exactly where Easter comes in, right in the middle of our fear of death.
You see, for Christians, Easter is not just a holiday, right? It's not just a day that we have marked on our calendar, a Sunday that we look forward to eating tons of food and dressing up in bright colors and going Easter egg hunting. Easter is not even just a marker of what Jesus did in the past. It's not even just a day that we look to and say, oh, that's cool that Jesus did that for me. No, the truth of Easter is that it is a 365-day-a-year celebration for us as Christians. It's something that should impact and influence our everyday lives in all things, in every moment. Because Easter represents the fact that Jesus came to conquer death in a broken and a hurting world. From the beginning of the story in Genesis, we see that the world is broken, right? That the world is hurting, that sin is in the world, that evil is in the world, and constantly over time we see that the coronavirus is not something that is just now happening in the world, that the world has been plagued with sickness, with death, with fear for all of time. And what Easter represents is that God is aware of that. God knows about that. God cares about that, and that He has a plan to fix that. Easter means that God stepped in and said, all this stuff is tough, it's not fun, but I am bigger than this. I am conquering this. I will conquer death. The Apostle Paul, if you know anything about him, one of the cool things about Paul is that he kind of has these two parts of his life, right? One part before knowing Jesus and then one part after knowing Jesus. And they cannot be more different. But the funny thing about Paul is that the part of his life before knowing Jesus, he actually used death as a fear tactic. See, Paul put Christians in prison. He scared Christians. He mocked Christians. He even killed Christians. That's who Paul was, and he used death to try and fear people, to try and incite panic amongst the church. And the funny thing about Paul is that even in the midst of his brokenness and his mess, Jesus literally comes and grabs Paul as he's traveling. He throws him to the ground, and he changes Paul's life. He transforms Paul. And from that moment, the thing that Paul used to use to scare Christians, Paul now realized is not scary at all, because Jesus is way bigger than death. Jesus conquered death. After Paul met Jesus, he realized that there was no fear in death. In 1 Corinthians 15:54 through 55, he says this. He quotes the Old Testament in saying, "Death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is your victory? O death, where is your sting?" In this passage, Paul, he mocks death. He taunts it. Right? It's like you can just kind of picture him standing over it and saying, "Man, death, you don't have anything on me." But instead of Paul doing that, it's Jesus doing that. And I don't know if you've ever been taunted, but it's that picture of a weaker individual being overpowered by a stronger individual. I remember in a game one time, in a football game, I got absolutely destroyed by someone. I was on my back, thought I peed my pants, was laying there, and the guy just stood over me, just looking at me, taunting me. That's what Jesus does to death. And Paul experienced that. Paul knows that. And now that's how he gets to view death. He's saying, "Man, death, you don't have anything on me because I have Jesus." Later on in Philippians 1, verse 21, Paul even goes on to say, "To live is Christ, but to die is gain." He said to die is better than to live, because when I die, I get to be with Christ, because Christ has conquered death for us. See, death is Satan's favorite fear tactic. But Easter means that death is not final. Easter means that Jesus has conquered death. Easter for us means that Jesus has conquered fear. And that's something that's a whole lot bigger than just one Easter Sunday.
When Jesus defeated death itself, he showed us that there's nothing that we fear that is bigger than our God. And guys, that is the gospel, because that's good news. However, even if fear doesn't get the final word, it doesn't mean that there still aren't things to be afraid of. But it does mean that you guys are more equipped to deal with those fears than you might have known. Paul says it this way. He says that the Spirit of God who raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. Guys, do you know what that means? That means that the same Spirit, the same power that defeated death 2,000 years ago, where Jesus rose from the grave, that power resides in you as a believer of Jesus. No fear is too big for you to handle. The power of God lives in you. There is no fear that is more powerful than the power of the Holy Spirit living in you. Zach Williams' song, Fear is a Liar, is a great reminder of not only what fear is, but also how we handle our fears as believers as well. He says, cast your fear in the fire, 'cause fear, he is a liar. And then he would say, let your fire fall and cast out all my fears. Let your fire fall, your love is all I feel. He says, cast your fears in the fire. That's what we should do. We need to give our fears to the Lord. Know that the greatest weapon that you're ever going to fight fear with is faith and trust in God. Remind yourselves constantly that this God loves you and that he has a purpose for you, even in times of your life that are unsure, in times of your life, maybe even right now, that are confusing. So let me ask you, where has fear been holding you back? What steps should you take to prove fear doesn't have power over you?
And if the Spirit of him who raised Jesus from the dead is living in you, he who raised Christ from the dead will also give life to your mortal bodies through his Spirit who lives in you. That's incredible, because that means that our mortal bodies that are experiencing these hard things also have the same Spirit of Jesus that rose Jesus from the grave. His Spirit is with you. His Spirit is helping you. God doesn't expect you to quit being fearful, but God expects you to bring your fear to him, because he's the only one that can carry it. He's the only one that can give you the power to walk through these really hard times that we're all experiencing right now. And the hard things that you're going to experience for the rest of your life, even when Corona is something that is in the past and almost forgotten about. We love you guys, and we hope that you guys rely on the Holy Spirit's power as you walk through your fears this week.
Thanks, guys, so much for sharing that truth with us. I'm sure that a lot of us really needed to hear that this week. So let's pray together. Heavenly Father, I thank you that you are God, that you are in control, that you are above and over all things. No matter what we're facing in our lives, we can trust that you're in control and that you have a plan, God. We can trust that you're bigger than our fears and our anxieties and anything that we're facing this week. So I ask that you would help us, help these students just to give you all of their fears and anxieties, knowing that you can handle it, knowing that you love us, and knowing that you are for us. and that we have your spirit inside of us, and it is not a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power and of love and of self-control, God. So we thank you that you are for us, that you are with us, and that you will always love us no matter what. In Jesus' name, amen.
Cool, guys. Well, let's hear it. Put it in the chat. What was something that stuck out to you tonight? That was pretty sweet. Thanks to Cam and Luke for sharing and Emily for praying us out. That was great. What do you guys think? Got some amens in the chat. I like it. That's what I like to see. Probably a lot of typing. That was kind of a big question. Prospect said, Jesus is greater than fear and death. Haley Lawless said, fear is a thief of our happiness and joy. That's true. Lexi Morgan said, death has no hold on me. Cody said, God is greater than the boogeyman. VeggieTales reference. Good. Shane said, the same power that I'm sure he was talking about the Holy Spirit. Same power that resurrected Christ is in me. There it was. Very true. Braden Hooper said Romans 8:11. Brian said, fear does not own. I should trust in God through my struggles. Kayla Lawless, Jesus came to conquer death when the world was hurting. Nick said, fear is a liar. Cody said, fear has no power over me. True. Anyone else? Okay. Very cool. Well, that comes to fear holding us away from God, and we should just let God handle it. Well, guys, well said. Hope this has been good for you guys. Right now, I'm going to transition to a little time with the homie Cam. So let's try this out. Cameron, how's it going? I'm doing well. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. So hey, we're learning a lot. We're rolling with the punches. We're doing it big time. There's still people in the chat sharing really cool things. Sam has shared. Lewis Pollard has shared. Oh man, these are some great things. What were your thoughts of the night? Hold on one second. Yeah, say all of that again.
What's up, everybody?
Like I said, we're rolling with the punches. We're having a learning curve. We're figuring things out.
Yeah, I was just spitting truth, but NBD.
Yeah, I was about to start crying, and then I noticed. So, I don't know. Can you do that again?
Yeah, I was just... What did you ask me? You asked me how everything was going?
Yeah, what'd you think of the night?
I thought it was good. And I'm pumped for this Easter series. And I'm stoked about our talk on fear tonight. And I hope that all of you guys liked it too. You know what I'm saying?
That was great. Less poetic than the first one. I threw off your groove.
No, it's okay, dude.
My fault.
NBD.
We're learning. We're figuring it out.
Yeah, how was that smoothie?
That smoothie was awful. It looks grosser to me now than it did before I tasted it.
The multi-layers, like that reminded me of science class back in, 4th grade when we would do those little like oil and water. I mean, I don't know if you did that homeschooling, but
yeah, I didn't do that. So anyway, well,
okay, cool.
Cam, I heard a little secret.
Okay.
That you might have the winner of the giveaway from a well-written haiku. Is this true?
Dude, I have the winner of the haiku. Yes, I do. Was that a haiku?
Okay,
How about you?
the haiku. Miku, Yuku, we all haiku.
Huku, Miku, Diku,
Deku.
Tifu.
That's what I like about Texas. How's that?
I
Pretty on
do.
key, guys.
Jacob, would you like me to give you the winner of the Whataburger gift card for the night?
Yes. Read the haiku first and then say the name for us all.
Well, I don't have the haiku. Someone
I think
failed
somebody
me.
texted it.
Oh, they did?
Lauren texted it to me individually.
Oh,
Okay.
read it.
I'll read the haiku and then you say who wrote it.
Okay.
We'll tag team it.
Great. Tag team.
Here's the haiku. Should I count the syllables? No.
No.
Okay. Oh, how I miss fries and seeing all of my guys till Corona dies.
Wow. That was very good. And that was brought to you by Elizabeth Stone. She is the winner
Well
of the
done.
gift card. Congratulations, Elizabeth Stone. Lauren Sarter is going to figure out how to get you a Whataburger gift card during this quarantine time. I'm not sure how she'll do it. Maybe she'll drop it off at your house. Maybe she'll mail it. Maybe she'll give you a virtual one.
Oh, that would be pretty sweet.
That'd be awesome.
Just put it on the Whataburger app. You get a reward.
Mm-hmm. Likes that. I likes.
Okay, well, Cam, thanks for checking in with your boy.
Dude, thanks for putting me in here. You did a great job tonight. Everyone know that we love you a ton, and we're perfecting GSM Live in the best that we can. But we want to do this because we want to connect with you, and we want you guys to stay in the habit of getting in the Word and talking together, which brings up Zoom calls, which I think we've got a video for that, right, Jacob?
Yeah, you're right. We're gonna watch a quick video to outro us. We are about to start. We're a few minutes behind. Sorry about that. Had a couple gag issues, but we are gonna jump right into our small groups with our Zoom calls. So your leaders should be prepared to do that, except for me, obviously, because I'm doing this. But I'm about to hop on 8th grade guys for Tyler. Don't worry, about to jump on. Let's check out this quick video, and thanks for tuning in. Peace and blessings.
Oh, hey there. Yeah, I'm just enjoying a peaceful physical distancing day. Just kind of ripping around, as you can see. I'm quite the zoomer. Yeah, I'm pretty good. But, I'm actually heading to the house, and I have something I kind of want to tell you guys, so why don't you come inside with me? By the way, check out this ollie. All right, guys, hopefully you have really enjoyed GSM Live as much as we have. We've really wanted to get together with you guys, even if that means we have to do it online. And I'm sure some of you are thinking, Cameron, I really don't want this time to end. Well, maybe it doesn't have to, because we've come up with a solution, which is GSM Zoom small groups. Woohoo! Basically, a new way for us to start gathering virtually, because of course we can't gather physically for the time being. And we want you guys to spend time together, right? That's the major point of what we do on a Wednesday night. It's not just about us gathering and you hearing from us, but we want you guys to talk amongst each other and to talk about real stuff, right? So hopefully Zoom can be that platform for us. Your small group leaders will be sending you a link to where you can join your specific squad small group. So be looking for that through your texts or your emails if you don't have a phone. We love you guys and we're super pumped about this. So get excited.
right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to look for us on other things like the Instagram. And check us out next week, GSM Live. We love you. Peace out. Woo!
Bye.
Later, my dudes.
We had a good day, and we learned so much. Now it's time to say goodbye.